We are all traders, but we don't trade the same strategy or we don't trade the same style, right? Now, there are different type of trading styles. We have scalping, day trading, swing trading, position trading, high frequency trading. In my last video, I talked about scalping and day trading. In this video, I'm going to be explaining swing trading alongside a suitable strategy to help you become a profitable swing trader. Now, swing trading is for you if you don't have the time to monitor your chart throughout the day, but you can dedicate few minutes or few hours to analyze your chart at night or in the morning before you begin your day, right? Now, this is suitable for students. It is still suitable for the 9 to 5 hours. It's suitable for those starting out a new family that have other priorities apart from trading, or for the business owners even, right? Now, this trading style will give you the luxury of time to do other things, right? While your trades are playing out, all you need to do is get your parameters after your analysis and you place your trade on your MT5, MT4, or whatever platform you're using, and you don't have to worry anymore how the trade play out because you already have your exit point, your entry point, and your take profit point. All right. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to trade efficiently as a swing trader. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. So what is swing trading? Swing trading is a type of trading style where you get to hold position for a longer period of time. It could be days, it could be months, or it could be lots of hours, right? Now, the idea of swing trading is to be able to, catch a swing point. For example, this is a bullish projection, right? Now, the idea of swing trading is to what is to catch a movement from this type of zone here, right? So, until this swing high is taken out, right? Until this swing high is taken out. More like holding a trade from this zone all the way up here on the higher time frame, using the higher time frame, right? Using the higher time frame. Now, because it's a higher time frame, price is going to take a lot of time. Price is going to take a lot of movement, here and there before eventually, do something like this, right? And this might take a couple of days, can take, weeks or even months, right? Before price eventually get to the take profit, right? Now, so now remember I told us on this channel already that whenever we have a new break of structure this way, the higher, in this scenario, the higher low here to this higher high here is our new swing structure, right? This is our new swing structure. So the idea of swing trading is trying to catch a move, right? It's trying to catch a full swing, right? A full swing. Because when I give us the example that price will come to this zone and break structure to the upside to continue the trend, this is price creating a new swing, right? Because after this happens, we are then going to have a new swing, because this is going to be a break of structure. We are going to have a new higher high here, and we are going to have a new higher low here, right? So it means we have a new swing. So that's the idea of swing structure, to hold trade until a new swing is formed, right? Now, there are few things you would want to consider as a swing trader, right? You would want to have a checklist of your trades, right? Because if you don't have a checklist, you're just going to now, since you're actually holding this trade for a very long time, there is a need for you to have these questions answered, right? You need to have these 4 questions answered. Now, the reason why someone trading or someone scalping might not care so much about these questions is because even if they take a loss, it just takes few minutes or few hours, right, before the loss or the profit get hit. But for someone that is swing trading, that will be trading on higher time frame and price might take days or even weeks before you get to take profit, you wouldn't want to make a mistake of just trading randomly, right? Imagine holding a trade for weeks and the trade eventually reverses to hit your stop loss. I mean, that would be painful, right? So the number one question here is you want to know where price is coming from. Where is price coming from? Let's say price is moving this way, right? You would want to ask yourself, where is price coming from? Right? You need to know where price is coming from. Is price reacting from a zone, right? Where is price coming from? Is price coming from a zone? Is price coming from an imbalance? is price coming from a demand zone or a supply zone or whatever it is? You want to know where price is coming from. And also you want to know where price is going. Okay, since you figured out that price is coming from this demand zone, where is price going in this scenario? Let's say, for example, let's say you have price this way, right? Now, let's say price just reacted from here, right? Now you're going to ask yourself, let's say you're just taking a trade right now from this zone. You're going to ask yourself, okay, where is price going? Since there is no indication that price has changed trend here, right? And this is still a perfect bullish trend, you would want to, assume that price is going up to create a new higher high, right? So that will solve your problem of where is price going. Then the next question is, what is price doing right now, right? Depend on where you meet price, right? Did you meet price retracing, right? Did you meet price retracing, or did you meet price expanding? What is price doing right now? What element of price is at play, right? These are questions you want to answer before you actually go ahead with your analysis. Then the last question you want to ask yourself is, where can I get in? Yes, where can I get in? Remember, as a swing trader, you cannot just jump into trades, right? Just like a scalper will do. A scalper can just decide to just jump into a trade after seeing maybe a candlestick confirmation or seeing a bullish momentum or a bearish momentum. A scalper can decide to just open a trade and open multiple positions even, right? But as a swing trader, you cannot do that. You cannot open multiple positions randomly, right? Why? Because price still has the tendency of reversing all the way close to your entry or even go a bit, into your stop loss zone before eventually, moving up to actually give you that kind of trade, to give you the take profit, right? To give you the take profit. So you cannot actually afford to just jump into the trade impulsively, right? You want to know where you can get in. And where can you get in? A demand zone, right? A demand zone, let's say a demand zone this way, or let's say a fair value gap that is very, very close to your demand zone, or a breaker block, right? These are valid points where you can, or a Quasimodo reversal, right? A Quasimodo, let's say you have something like this, you can actually decide to pick a trade from here, and then you ignore the other block. That's if price decides to ignore the other block, right? So these are the questions you need to answer, right? Now, once you're done answering the question, the next thing you want to do is your checklist, right? The last thing you want to do before picking your trades is your checklist. Now, what is the number one thing you want to do? The number one checklist is your time frame, right? Now, these trading styles, each of these trading styles we have are actually differentiated based on the time frames, right? Now, for the swing trading, the time frame we use mostly for our execution or to get our ES for our execution is the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 1 hour or the 4 hour, right? And our overall trend, we can get it from 1 week, from 1 day, right? Depending on which suits you, right? You can actually, now, for example, this is gold. This is a gold trade. I don't need anybody to tell me that this is a bullish market, right? Now, having understood from the weekly time frame that this is actually a bullish market, I can then decide to start marking out my zones, right? Now I can just decide to go to my daily time frame and just look out for my point of interest, my daily point of interest, right? And I can just decide to mark them out because they will be my liquidity zones, right? For example, this is a zone here, right? This is a zone here. Why did I consider this zone? Because this zone price move impulsively and give us a break of structure from this zone here, right? So it is this it means that a lot of order was pushed into this zone right here before they move to the upside, right? And also you can see that we have another demand zone here, right? Also a demand zone that has an imbalance as well. So these are all valid demand zones. So you want to mark out your zones this way, right? Now, when you identify your valid zones, yeah, you then go to your 4 hours time frame to have a look, right? To have a look on the zone, right? Now, when you've done this, you can then, okay, let me just clear all of this. Let's say having identified that, okay, this is actually a bullish pair, you go to your 4 hours, right? Let's just try to work on gold because gold is very, very good. If you are a swing trader, you should also consider gold because gold respects price actions as well, right? Now, so let's just do some back testing here, right? Let's just do some back testing here. Just look at from this zone here, right? If you agree with me, this is a bullish setup, right? Now, this is where we actually have our change of character. If you agree with me, this is where we have our change of character, right? Because this is the last lower high that created the lower low, right? So this is where we actually had our change of character. Now, after we had our change of character, now there are zones, right? Remember, we are still on the checklist, right? We are on the checklist. And we said the first checklist is our time frame. We sorted out the time frame already. We said we can analyze based on weekly time frame and daily time frame, and then we go to the 4 hours for our entry, right? And then we said the number two thing here is the trend, right? And also identify the trend as well. We said it's a bullish trend. So what we are doing right now is what is the point of interest, the point of interest. And the last thing also is engineered liquidity sweep. All right. Now, what I mean by engineered liquidity sweep is when price, let's say price is moving this way, right? Price is moving this way, and then this is your what? This is your, let's say this is your POI, right? Now, one thing you wouldn't want to do is to watch price just sell impulsively to your zone, right? If price sell impulsively like this to your zone, there is high possibility that price is going to break through it to the downside, right? Because of the high momentum that the sellers are using to push price down, right? Instead, you would want to see some inducement. You want to see price, engineering liquidity just to get a lot of people in the market and then use them as liquidity, right? You want to see price do things like this. You want to see price do things like this, right? Clearing all of this liquidity then before eventually tap into this zone, and then price can just give you a very nice push. Now, the reason why this will be a very nice push is because a lot of traders will be stuck, stop losses will be stuck around this zone, and also those that will be trading trend line and selling the market, they will be trapped within this zone, right? So price will take out this liquidity here and push all the way up to clear all of this liquidity that are here, right? So this is what I mean by engineered liquidity sweep before your point of interest is very, very important, right? You can see that we actually had a sweep. We had the sweep here. We had a sweep here before price eventually got to this zone, right? So we had our liquidity engineer, and also we can see that price also took out this high as well, because this is a low as well, right? This is a low. Price took out this low as well. So you can see one low, two low that price took before price eventually got to our zone, right? Now, if you go to the lower time frame, you're going to see that this low here and this low are more pronounced, right? But this is a 4-hour time frame. So then, yes, our POI is our demand zone, and I've explained on this channel as well that for a demand zone to be valid, there needs to be an imbalance before the demand zone, and also the demand zone has to break structure, right? Now, this our demand zone here broke structure, right? It gave us a change of character, and it also it left imbalances behind, right? So what are we going to do? We are just going to try to place our buy position here on this demand zone this way, right? This demand zone this way, and then we'll cover this zone here as our stop loss. So what is then our take profit? Our take profit is this high right here. Remember, we are swing traders and we just want to catch a swing, right? We want a new swing formed, right? We are trying to catch a new swing point. So we're always going to take profit after a new swing is formed, right? Now, when a new swing is formed, we then mark out our change, our break of structure, and what we're looking for again is where we have another point of interest. We'll be looking for another point of interest, like right, a valid point of interest. As you can see within this zone right here, after this break of structure, we don't have any valid point of interest here. We don't have any demand zone here that left an imbalance behind, or yes, we don't have any imbalance. Sorry about that, guys. We don't have any demand zone here that actually left an imbalance behind, right? So there's no valid demand zone within this zone, and that's why price is not even bother coming back to this zone, because there's nothing here for price to actually take, right? So this will be then our first trade, right? And then we'll do nothing, right? We'll just keep marking out structures. We'll just keep marking out structures as price creates them, right? So here we have another change of another break of structure. Here again, we have another break of structure, right? And now we're still looking for our demand zone with an imbalance, right? Our demand zone with imbalance. Okay, if you look very well here, although price has come, price came back to actually fill it up, but we have an imbalance here between these candles, right? but then price came back to fill it up. But then we had a break of structure before price came back. So you can actually, you can actually recognize this demand zone here as a valid. This is the last one. This is the last candle. This is the last candle, yes. So we had an imbalance here, right, between these three candles, right? So we can say, okay, this is a valid demand zone. And look at our price. The price eventually came back to it and honored it, right? And honored it, right? Now, each of these candles takes about 4 hours to be formed. So you can imagine how long you have to hold this trade for, right? You're going to have to hold this trade for days before it eventually gets split out. Then we target this high as well as our take profit, right? And we just keep looking for demand zones like that. Now, this is, then also we mark up our new break of structure this way, right? And then we look for what? We look for another demand zone again, right? And then we can just keep going on and on and on and on like that. This is another demand zone again that left an imbalance, broke structure and all that. We can just keep going on and on. Just look at this one as well. This is another demand zone, left imbalance, broke structure, and price gave us another good trade here, right? So you can see how efficient this is, right? You can see how you can see that it works, right? It works. Guys, we can just keep going on and on and on and on like that, but I don't want to make this video so long. On your own, you can actually just be backtesting this, just trying to check it out to see how, how well it works for you. So guys, that will be all for now. Please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button and click on the like button as well. I'm going to leave a quiz in the comment section to test your knowledge of this concept I just shared. So guys, see you in the next video. Peace.